Welcome to the Full Tactical Range by Range Systems. I'm Bo Dobozinski, lead instructor for SEAL Mindset Training, and this is your drill of the week. This week's drill of the week, we're going to work something called a Hard Malfunction Response. Handgun fights can happen in pretty close. When they happen and the firearm stops working, we really kind of only have three options. I can fix it, I can run away, or I can close in and transition from fighting with a handgun as a shooting tool to instead engaging it as an impact weapon. Now, the fastest one of those three by far is going to be transitioning to that attack mode where I'm using this as that impact tool, especially when we're talking about, 12, 15 feet from you to target. Now, if you have the opportunity, obviously, to run away and get that space, great, do it. If you don't, and you start to turn your back, well, now you're just an open target. Where if instead, if you close in and start to engage, you got a better shot of being able to stop that threat from being a threat to your safety. Now, handgun is a 1 pound piece of steel on the top of this handgun. So when you start to come in and you're hitting somebody with it, you can really do a significant amount of damage. The one trick in being able to do this drill at your home range is you might want to look at investing in a little tool. We've made something called the Hard Malfunction Device. This little device is a piece of semi-hard plastic that fits into Glock 9mm and 40 caliber handguns. And what happens is when this goes into the magazine and it gets picked up by the slide in the cycle, it causes a hard malfunction. Now, no matter how many times I tap and I rack, that hard malfunction device won't come out, forcing me to have to go through my hard malfunction response, the proper correction to get that gun back up and shooting again. With this, it allows us to get that feeling of the clunk of the hard malfunction so we can build the stimulus we need to engage in that hard malfunction response right away. To set up for a drill, I'm going to be using Range Systems proprietary ballistic rubber on my hot wall here. These will absorb any shots that I shoot into it with no ricochet, no backsplatter, no lead dust. It's really amazing. And I'm going to start engaging here. When my gun goes to hard malfunction, I'm going to close in and either start weapon striking here or weapon striking to the center of body. But my goal is to get up there as fast as I can to start making hits once the firearm stops working. The real thing that we're training our bodies and our brains to do is that when the gun stops working, doesn't mean the fight's over. Keep going, find something to do, reload the gun, close in and transition to striking. Something that allows you to continue your defense until that threat is no longer a threat to your safety. Now, you're gonna set up your magazine with the Hard Malfunction Device in the magazine first, and then anywhere from 1 to 4 rounds above the Hard Malfunction Device. And the easiest way to do this is to have somebody else load the magazine for you so you don't know what it is. And that way, when you pull the firearm out and start your engagement, that gun could go bang, clunk, bang, 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 clunk. You won't know until it hits. And once it hits, that's the stimulus that we're looking to. Don't sit there and look at the gun, close in there and stop your threat. Let's get started. We really have 5 different buckets of responses that we can condition. We can condition some sort of a physical engagement. I punch, I kick, I eye gouge, I kick him in the groin. I can condition some sort of deployment of a tool. So my knife comes out, my firearm is deployed. I can engage in deterrence. Get back, I'm armed, the police are on the way. Mentally disengage them from wanting to deal with me, a potentially lethal threat to their safety. I could engage in some sort of movement. I get off the line, I slip a move, I start to flank, I run away and escape if that's an option for me. Or I could somehow combine those 4 buckets together. So I deter as I try to get back and away and offline. I pull my handgun and I flank off to the side. However we want to think of our defense techniques, realize that they all exist under those general 5 buckets. And figuring out those general 5 buckets will help you to determine which areas of your defensive system are still lacking. So use this one to help condition you to not stop when the gun stops, that there's something that you need to do to continue your defense. And we'll see you in the next drill of the week. Like what you saw? Subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep checking out the training blog for more tips and drills. If you'd like a PDF copy of this training drill, go to SEALMindsetTraining.com and to the PDF download section. There, type in the promo code
Drill number 36.